Alright, the first thing I'm going to demonstrate today is how to lay your sample piece on fabric. You're going to need one pattern, some pins, and a tape measure, and a scissors. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your selvage edge, which is the raw edge of the finished edge of the fabric, is parallel with each other, and you want to smooth it out. Notice there are two layers. Your fabric is almost always going to be cut on top of each other, so you cut out two pieces at once. Then you're going to take your piece and you're going to lay it on the fabric, and I'm going to have a bunch of fabric for you to use that's not pretty and not attractive, and I want you guys to line them in a row. And if you happen to get a piece without a selvage, remember you can tell the lengthwise grain, which is parallel with the selvage, by stretching your fabric. If you stretch it and there's very little give to it, that's the lengthwise. Crosswise is this angle. And you want to always have your pattern straight of grain going with the lengthwise grain. So the first thing you're going to do is take a pin and put it at one end of your pattern. And I'm just going to make this crooked for teaching purposes. And then you want to take your tape measure, starting with number 1, and measure from the selvage to your straight of grain arrow. And this is 1, 2, 3, and 3/4, or 6/8. And then I want this side to be the same distance, and it's not quite. So if it was way over here, I would just pivot it because it's on this pin. So you're going to pivot it to the 3 3/4 line, and then put another pin in. So you want this arrow parallel to the selvage. Then, after you've measured the straight of grain, you're going to put a pin in each corner, and we always put pins in perpendicular to the edge or perpendicular to the corner. Make sure that you have the pins so they're not going off your pattern piece, because if they're doing that, you're going to have a hard time cutting your fabric. So when you do a pin, you go down and pop it back up, and you want to make sure you've gone through both layers of your fabric. Once you have it all pinned down, you want to cut, and you want to leave your fabric flat, because if you lift your fabric, the bottom layer is going to be just a little bit larger. So then you're going to cut right on the edge all the way around. And when you get to the side with a notch, you want to make sure that you cut around that notch, that diamond-shaped item, because this is going to be how you can tell where to match your pieces up. And once you're finished, you are ready to sew. We will continue that in the next demonstration.